Hi everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all doing well today. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Yuriko, a very popular and incredibly powerful commander, often loved and hated in the commander format, due to her fast damage output and high aggressive control. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a budget pickup guide for Yuriko to help you build this commander on the cheaper side without having to break your wallet. Okay, let's get into the list. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I'm going to start off with showing you what Yuriko does. Yuriko is a legendary human ninja that costs 1 black, 1 blue, and 1 colorless mana to cast. She says the following. Commander Ninjutsu, blue black. For blue black, return an unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand or from the command zone, tapped and attacking. Whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So Yuriko has a very cool Commander Ninjutsu ability. That means over the game, however many times she is removed or dies, she'll continuously only cast 2 mana to cast. This means you can continuously Commander Ninjutsu her out and bypass the Commander tax rule. It's a very resilient and powerful effect, and it keeps her going and going over the game. Yuriko can be played in multiple ways, but the 2 main popular ones I've seen is control, where you try to draw as many cards as possible to control the board, or the other method, you can try and play big splashy spells. So when she swings, you hopefully get to flip over a very high CMC card from your deck and really hurt all your opponents with her trigger ability and drain down the board. It's a very fun way of playing her. You can even mix up both control and aggro. She's a very powerful commander, so whichever way you choose to play her, it's going to work out for you. So that's the basics of what Yuriko does. Now, let's get into the budget pickup guide. Let's start with the instants and sorceries. Brainstorm, an instant spell that costs 1 blue mana to cast. It says the following. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. This card is amazing in Yuriko, as we get to draw 3 from our deck, then put back 2 high CMC cards we have in our hand back on top of the library. So when we activate Yuriko's trigger ability, we can flip a high CMC card and drain life from our opponents. You can buy this card for around 90 cents, although Brainstorm is very popular in the Commander format, and you most likely have a few spares laying around the house. If not, pick a few up, they're very good. Dig Through Time, an instant spell that costs 2 blue and 6 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. In Yuriko, you are most likely filling up your graveyard fast, with either counter spells, low CMC unblockable creatures, or from discarding because of the high amount of cards you're actually drawing from Yuriko. You have to discard because you can't have more than 7 cards obviously. This all means that you will likely be able to play Dig Through Time for its delve cost, making it a very reliable draw spell later on in the game. If not, it has a high CMC, so you can flip this beauty and drain your opponents for 8 damage. You can buy this card for around 90 cents. Murderous Cut, an instant spell that costs 1 black and 4 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1. Destroy target creature. Another great delve card that can do some serious work later on in the game in a Yuriko deck, or even early on if you flip it for the high CMC of 5. You can buy this card for around 25 cents. Commit Memory, an instant spell that has a total CMC of 10. On one side costs 4 mana and the other costs 6 mana. I must say the other side, the 6 mana one, is a sorcery. The card says the following. For the commit side, put target spell or non-land permanent into its owner's library, second from the tap. For its memory side, Aftermath, cast a spell only from your graveyard, then exile it. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. You will mainly be using this card as a high CMC card to flip and drain your opponents with Yuriko. The cool thing is that both sides of the card combine together for a total converted mana cost of 10, so you can literally do 10 damage if Yuriko swings and you reveal this from the top. You can buy this card for around 35 cents. Now, let's move on to the next stage of the video. let's discuss the creatures I would recommend for a Yuriko deck that you can buy on a budget. Ingenious Infiltrator, a Vidalcan ninja that says the following. Ninjutsu, blue-black. Return an unblocked attacker you control to your hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand tapped and attacking. Whenever ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. This wonderful ninja will help us draw cards, and he is a ninja as well, meaning you can double down on Yuriko's trigger, as she triggers for each ninja dealing combat damage. You can buy this card for around 79 cents. Shadow of Mortality, an avatar creature that costs 2 black and 13 colorless mana to cast. Yeah, a lot of mana here. It says the following. If your life total is less than your starting life total, this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the difference. Not the best card, I suppose. It can probably be used sometimes as a creature. It's a 7/7 that can sit on the board and deal some damage or block, but the main reason we want to play this card in a Yuriko deck is because the total converted mana cost of this thing is 15, meaning if we trigger Yuriko and reveal this card from the top of our library, each opponent is going to lose a humongous amount of life. You can buy this card for around 35 cents. Changeling Outcast, a shapeshifter creature that costs 1 black mana to cast. It says the following. Changeling, this card is every creature type. Changeling Outcast can't block and can't be blocked. I love this card. It only costs 1 black mana to cast, and it can be a ninja as it's a changeling. So it even has the ability of not being able to be blocked, which means we can easily attack with this guy, combo off of Yuriko's triggers. It's very, very good. You can buy this card for around 49 cents. Fallen Shinobi, a zombie ninja that costs 1 black and 1 blue and 3 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Ninjutsu 2, black blue. Return an unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand tapped and attacking. Whenever Fallen Shinobi deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top 2 cards of their library. Until the end of the turn, you may play those cards without paying their mana costs. Fallen Shinobi is a ninja, so combos well with our Yuriko, and it has the cool effect of being able to steal 2 cards each time it connects from one of our opponents, and we get to cast those cards for free. It's ridiculously good. You can buy this card for around 60 cents. Now, let's discuss the enchantments. Reconnaissance Mission, I hope I pronounced that right. An enchantment spell that costs 2 blue and 2 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Cycling 2, discard this card, draw a card. We don't care too much about the cycling here. We love card draw, so why not draw some more and more cards with this fantastic card? We are playing loads of evasive creatures in Yuriko, so this enchantment's trigger is very easy to achieve. You can buy this card for around $1.20. Cunning Evasion, an enchantment spell that costs 1 blue and 1 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. This is great, as when our ninjas do get blocked, we can return them to our hand to ninjutsu them back in later. You can do some cool combos with this card as well. You can buy this card for around 35 cents. Aqueous Form, an enchantment aura that costs 1 blue mana to cast. It says the following. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't be blocked. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, scry 1. Attaches to Yuriko and she continuously swing without being blocked, and then gets a scry before we activate her trigger ability. It's insanely good. And you can buy this card for just 25 cents. You should probably buy a few of these because it goes really well in a lot of decks. Making creatures unblockable for 1 as an enchantment aura, very, very good. So that's the enchantments. Now let's discuss the artifacts. Brainstone, an artifact spell that costs 1 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. 2 and tap, sacrifice Brainstone, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. It's like a Brainstorm spell, you know, the instant speed one we spoke about earlier. However, it's sitting on an artifact. We get to draw 3, then we put 2 of the highest CMC cards from our hand on top of our library. So Yuriko can do some spicy damage, baby. You can buy this card for around 25 cents. Crystal Ball, an artifact spell that costs 3 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. 1 and tap, scry 2. I love this card, as we can keep using it to check if the top card of our library is a heavy CMC card to maximize Yuriko's damage output. You can buy this card for around 49 cents. So yes, I hope you enjoyed my list. Yuriko certainly is a fantastic and very powerful commander. Please leave a comment on what you think of the cards I've chosen. It's always fun to chat with you in the comments. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.